Welcome. It's me, Morgan Tracy J, coming today, guys, with a new video. And so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So happy to have you here. And this month long, I'm talking all about Begin Again. Now, if you haven't watched the Begin Again introduction video, I'll link it down below. But it's all about beginning and getting back to the original vision God gave you. I know a lot of times in my life, God would give me these amazing ideas and visions, and something would happen to where I would put the vision down, and then I would look up, and it would be months later, and I hadn't moved on any of it. And so if you're somebody like that who has a lot of creativity, who has a vision to create something, and you maybe have put it down, this is the month to begin again. But a lot of times I notice women get stuck. We have all these amazing ideas and we don't know where to get started. And so today's video, I'm going to help you get started. So if you have an idea for a ministry, maybe to do something, maybe to host something, maybe to create your own business, anything in that nature, guess what? I want to help you today get started, because that's the first thing. We have all these amazing ideas, but we need to get these things on paper, and we need to get moving towards these things, correct? So I'm going to be giving you 5 things to do in this video to help you get started. But before we get started, I want to tell you, I have created you a free PDF worksheet to where you can download, you can print it out, and you can actually work through these questions and create yourself a plan and a strategy to get going and to get moving, okay? And we're going to talk about that throughout this video. But be sure you download that in the link in the description, just so maybe you can have that already at hand as we go through this video. The first thing you want to do is you need to sit down, you need to make some time to ask yourself some questions. I have the questions for you, but you need to make the time to ask yourself these questions. The first question is, what inspires me? This is so simple and this is so easy peasy, but what inspires me? What inspires me? Like what gives me those vibes that just makes me want to do something? What inspires my heart? What is something that I watch or I look at that really uplifts me? So what inspires me? Okay. Then another question is, what do I love to do? What do I love to do? What makes me like happy? What is something I love to do that maybe be similar of a hobby, and I just love it and it makes me have so much joy? So what do I love to do? The next question is, what comes naturally? Now this can be somewhat tricky sometimes, because sometimes we don't realize the things that we're naturally good at. Usually other people realize it for us. I remember I was in college and I was studying with this girl, and we're talking about relationships, and all of a sudden, she was like, oh my gosh, like, you inspire me so much and you empowered me and you motivated me, like, girl, I don't need to deal with him and all these things. And it kind of made me laugh afterwards, because it was me just talking. It was so natural to uplift women. And so that was something that came naturally. So most likely the thing that you're supposed to do, the gifts you have, it's going to tie into your purpose, and it's going to come so natural that you don't got to be forced to do it, and you actually want to do it. Like, you want to create the time in your schedule to do these things. That's something so big. So also too, what can I do that inspires others? So it ties back to that question about what inspires me. You can't inspire others if you're not inspired. So what inspires you, but what inspires others? What is it that you do that makes you so happy that you know others will get inspired by it too? I know for me, it was speaking empowerment, speaking to women and helping them. That inspired me, but it also inspired them. And I know I could bring those together with the grace of God. Next is, what is the conviction to my vision? Now, you may have a vision to create something or to step out and do something, maybe create a business, maybe create a women's event, whatever that may be, but sometimes we don't understand the conviction that goes with it. And the conviction just means the pull. Like, what is the pull on me? Why is there a pull on my heart that I need to do this? Maybe it's because God is putting a desire in you that He wants you to move on. And for me, my conviction is that I had to do it. There was no other route to take but to serve God. And if this was the thing He gave me to do, that I had to do it. It gave me such a fulfillment. My conviction is I wanted to live a better life, and I knew I could do that by helping other women. The next thing is, why must I take action for my vision? For you need to ask yourself, what is the why behind me doing this? Is it to have a better life for my family? Is it to help that person? Is it for me to just have more fulfillment and be creative? Why am I creating what I'm doing? What is the why behind it? And for me, the why behind it are you ladies. The reason I have His Daughter's Closet and the reason I create these videos is because of you guys. I know you want empowerment. I know you need uplifted. I know we all have battles and struggles. And so my why behind it is because God put inside of me to help women. Like, I have to. It's just like, it's just natural. So you have to know your why, and make sure your why is for others, not just for your benefit, but it's for others too. So after you get your why and after you figure out all these things, the next thing, guys, is to brainstorm, because you have all these amazing ideas on the things you want to do, but if you never get them on paper, then they're all just in here and they can get really crowded up there, okay? So the next thing you want to do is you want to brainstorm. And I've created a page for you, which is like a little diagram, which actually helps you target your top 3 to 4 things, whichever one you want. I like 3, some people like 4, but when you pick these top 4 things, like for me, it's like faith, family, business, and like self-care, like Morgan, you know. So these are my examples. And each one of those brainstorms the things that you need to do. The next thing, guys, is you want to plan for the next 3 months. Now, this can be hard to some people, like 3 months, whoa, what's going on here? But this will really help you, because below I say, explain your vision in 1 sentence. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want to do? And if you can get it in 1 sentence, then you're on your way. And so I want to tell you, get your vision. If it's, I want to create my own creative design business. Oh, I want to create that women's empowerment event to help women flourish. I want to create an organization that helps women with infertility. See what I'm saying? Get down your 1 sentence, and the next thing is explain how you will reach your vision. When you explain how you're going to reach your vision, guess what happens? You're saying, okay, I want to target this, and this is how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm going to market. Maybe I'm going to create an Instagram page. Maybe I'm going to learn a little more about graphics. Maybe I'm going to create that Facebook page and start putting up inspirational quotes. See, when you tell how you're going to reach your people, guess what happens? You're starting to put things in motion, amen? And the last thing is, what must you do first to make it a reality? This is how we get into your 3-month plan. You need to first figure out, what do I got to do first to make this thing a reality? What do I need to do first to make this thing flourish, to get this thing off the ground? A lot of times we can get stuck right here. But honestly, my biggest tip is to pray. Now that you've planned and you have your strategy and you know what you're trying to do, pray. Because it tells us in the Word, a man's heart plans his ways, but the Lord directs his steps. When you understand this, guess what happens? You say, God, I planned. Direct my steps. Even if it isn't going to go exactly like this, but I know you got me. And when you pray that prayer to God and you give it over to Him, when you start to walk through this, you have peace. Sometimes I plan things way ahead and I'm like, but then when I pray about it, I have peace to say, if it's for me, God's going to allow it to come. And to be honest with you, that's all my ministry has been, is me planning things and trusting that God will bring them to life. But I always had to take a step. So pray and figure out what you need to do first. And so the whole go about beginning again is to help you bring that vision to reality. But before we go, I have another tip for you. And this is kind of a bonus tip. If you are somebody who is knowing what your vision is, and if you find someone similar to that, maybe on Instagram, Pinterest, follow these people, hone into these people, and look at how they do things. Not to imitate them, but to get creative ideas and to see how you can make it your own. One thing I know is I learn a lot from other people. And for many years, my ministry has been truly just me learning from God, but also the interactions I get and also gravitating towards people that are doing the things that I want to do. And so with that being said, it's helped me flourish, but most of all, it gives me the inspiration to keep pushing. And so guys, I pray you get uplifted and blessed by this video. If you want to know more about the Begin Again series on my website and here on my YouTube channel, click the link down below. Head on over to my website, sign up with your email so you can get all notified every time I post and everything like that, and my personal devotionals that I send out. And also, be sure you get this freaking packet, guys. The packet you're going to love. I promise you're going to love it, and I even love it. And so it's going to really help you get started with your vision. So I pray you get uplifted and blessed, and I hope you are inspired to get your day going and to get moving to making your vision a reality. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Be sure you like, you subscribe, you share this with one of your girlfriends, because you know you got to have some partners in this thing, guys. Love you so much. See you in my next video.